lot of people saying the blues, but I'm gonna tell you what the blues is. When you ain't got no money.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Melbourne Musify. I believe this is episode 9, is it? I think so, yeah. And it's a special one because we're coming to you guys from the power of the library. Really awesome. The library in the city of Melbourne, the State Library Victoria, has an incredible podcast, what would you call this, like a podcast studio, where people can hire it out for free, which is really awesome. And you can obviously see that there's all of this equipment, and it's awesome because we're actually able to interview people in person. And so today is our first ever in-person interview. As you guys might have known, we were operating out of another library and the room was just too small. So we had been, conducting our interviews virtually. So it's really awesome to be here with you, Joe. We've got a very special guest with us today who will also be interviewing. You may or may not have heard of her, but I will let Joe do the introduction and take it away.
Today we are welcoming a different kind of guest to our podcast, Sarah Daling.
Sarah Deering.
Sarah Deering, right.
You're
Thank
fine.
you.
That's okay. Welcome, Sarah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. It was really lovely to be here. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. We're really, happy that you're here with us as well. So as our first guest on the new revamped podcast, we're really happy that you could be with us today.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Thank you so much. It's really exciting to be here. This is my first ever podcast, so this is really exciting for me. So,
that's so awesome. So it's a first for all of us, really, because we've got it's our first in-person interview, and then it's Sarah's first in-person podcast, or podcast in general. So interview podcast, Yeah. So happy to have you here. And Joe, would you like to continue from about here? Just let the listeners know a little bit about Sarah and why we've invited her here today.
Sarah has been part of many theatrical productions, including musicals, and is hoping to bring her talents into the mainstream.
And I know, how cool are they? Oh my God. So for the listeners that don't know, we're operating with the Rodecaster. So it's a big step up from the equipment that we were using previously. And it's really awesome because we have a bunch of these pre-recorded sounds in there. So again, let's give it up for Sarah. Okay, so we're here obviously today with Sarah to get to know her a little bit more and to learn more about the arts, especially including musical theatre. So we've put together some questions, and Joe, you can take it away.
Let's go. What interested you to become an actress?
That's a really good question to start off with. I guess it was, I've always liked, I've always been a big fan of, actors from the movie, from movies and TV, and really well-known things. And I think what I like most about it is when you're creating a character, I guess it's the process of actually developing a character from when you first get the script to first getting the script is really exciting, but then each individual actor gets the opportunity to develop their character, to make it theirs. If you understand what I mean. So and plus performing on stage is a lot of fun as well. So
awesome.
Yeah,
and you've got quite extensive experience on stage, don't you?
Yes, I do for a number of years. So yeah.
It's Really awesome.
Thank you.
When did you learn to become an actress? Did you study a course or go to university?
Well, I went to I studied drama in high school, and then after that, excuse me. Then after that, I went. Did I go? Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's been a long time. I went on to after high school. I went off to Deakin University, where I studied. Where the course that I did was Bachelor of Creative Arts in Drama. So thank you for the sound effects. Yeah, I love those sound effects, by the way. I just consider. Well, I wasn't going to mention this before, but I studied acting from. I studied acting in uni from 2019 to 2023, and that was really difficult because of COVID and stuff like that. So, really interesting experience, but a whole lot of fun. So, yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah. It's really cool, being able to actually pursue like a dream of yours, something that you're really passionate about.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So my hat goes off to you if I was wearing a hat.
Thank you very much.
How many years did you study to learn your acting skills?
I think
So I think you said 4 years at Deakin.
yeah,
Yep.
yep, 4 years at Deakin, and also before that I studied. I was in a. I went to a performing arts school called performing arts school at a performing arts school in Cranbourne, and from I'm so sorry, I'm
You're
coughing so
fine.
much.
You're fine.
Thank you.
If you need a water, just let me know. I'll go and get you a water.
Okay, thank you so much. Before I studied at Deakin, I was at I studied dance, drama, and also singing at a performing arts school in Cranbourne called J Step Dance, and I was there for from 2012 I think to 2018. So so they're still operating. So it's a little bit of a shout out to them. They're an amazing company, and it was each and every year we did shows at the Frankston Arts Centre, and
Oh, wow.
and it was quite a lot of fun, and not just drama too, also dancing and singing as well. So yeah.
That's incredible. Joe and I went and saw Queen at the Frankston Arts Centre. Not the real Queen,
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah.
they were amazing, weren't they?
Yeah.
That would have been good. Yeah.
And also I enjoyed that show, and also I remember as I said on the episode about Queen tribute band, when I was inside in the concert, I noticed the smell. It smells like cherry blossom. It's because I knew it come from the color lights, which is purple.
Ah, yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Really awesome. Yeah, great show. Really highly recommend it. But what a fantastic location to actually
Yeah.
put on, a performance.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's an amazing theatre. It's an amazing performance hall there, and I think J Step Dance are still doing performances there every year. So
Shout out J Step Dance.
shout out J Step Dance, definitely. Yeah. Love you guys. Yeah, and yeah, like in one of your listeners who lives in Frankston will probably, well, I don't know if people.
We're not
anyway.
even sure really who
Yeah.
our subscribers are. Like we've got 5, and we're so very thankful, you know, to have
Oh, yeah.
those 5 subscribers. And I'm pretty sure one of them is me. But you know, like it will grow, and hopefully, you know, we do get listeners from Melbourne, the southeast, and you know, if they do hear this, then definitely, if you're interested, go and check out J Step Dance.
Yeah.
Great.
What do you find the biggest challenge about musical theatre?
Oh, okay. Well, I think one of the main challenges for me, I was doing a show in 2022 at where was it? I think it was at a high school. I can't remember what high school it was, but that was my first ever legit show. You know, while I was still at uni, and I think one of the main challenges is that combining singing, dancing, and acting all together. It's a really it gets really difficult sometimes, and sometimes also sometimes you have costume changes as well. You know, I remember once at you know, in that show I was in last year, I remember you know, I was in 3 3 scenes in a row, and all different characters, so I had to rush off stage, you know, change into a different costume, then literally I had to run back back to the wings and perform that next character. So yeah,
Wow, it's a lot.
it is a lot, definitely a lot. Yeah.
Great, yeah, but exciting, right? I guess like
Absolutely.
the adrenaline, would be incredible.
Yeah, the adrenaline is definitely a good word to use there. So yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
What does it feel like performing in front of an audience?
That is a really, really good question. It's a really, really good feeling. As a performer, this might sound a bit strange, but as a performer, even though performers of every level,
Just for those that aren't aware, I guess we should have introduced the man himself too. We actually have another special guest with us. So Sarah's service dog, Archie. I wasn't sure if I should have mentioned he's your service dog, or are you totally okay with that? Or
totally fine with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And so Archie is with us. And do you want to let the listeners know a little bit about Archie?
Yeah, of course. Archie is a 4-year-old Labradoodle, and he's been with me since 2019. And we go down to dog training in Bundoora every Thursday, and sometimes every fortnight in Bundoora as well. But on Tuesdays we do one-to-one dog training, which is me and the trainer, and Thursdays are group dog training. So so Archie definitely has learnt a lot from that. So
He's so intelligent.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want, you can kind of
Oh yeah.
hold him up to the camera. Everyone can have a look and see Archie.
Yeah, of course. I totally forgot that it was.
No, you're fine. It's new for us too, being filmed at the moment.
Wow.
So
Yeah, so this is Archie. Yeah. He's a really cute boy. Yeah.
he is a sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah, he really is. Archie, say hello. No, so he doesn't really talk or make any sounds or something. Yeah. Good boy, Arch.
Cool. So going back to,
yes.
no, you're fine. That other question. So what is it like performing in front of an audience? So we talked
yes.
about like
Yeah.
adrenaline. Like how
Yeah.
do you feel when you're, out there and you can see everybody?
Yeah.
Do you get nervous?
Short answer, yes, definitely. But yeah, even if you've even if you've been performing for a number of years, and at any level of profession or any level of experience, nerves. I think every actor will say that they do get nervous no matter how many shows that they've done. So, but in a way, and from my experience, yes, you do get nervous, but especially for me, standing on the wing, standing at the wings, which is for your listeners that don't really understand what that means. The wings is another way of saying the sides of the stage.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and so when you're standing in the wings ready to go on, well, especially for me, I definitely do feel very, very nervous, like, you know, I'm about to go on stage, and those nerves actually, it's interesting, but those nerves, it's good that you feel nerves and stuff like that, because in a way you sort of care about the performance you're about to do. So I guess that's I guess that's the only way I can describe the feeling I get. I mean it's a good feeling, and then you walk out on stage, you deliver that performance, and it feels so good to be out there on stage. Yeah. So.
And I bet, you know, when everyone's kind of clapping and you
Yeah.
get to take your bow, and
It really is an adrenaline rush. Yeah.
yeah. And so Joe,
Archie.
you're fine. There's just the cleaners walking past. So,
So sorry to your listeners.
you're fine. We can probably edit that out, actually.
Oh, good,
so it's
good.
all right. Yeah. So Joe, also you've done some live performances as well, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I did. And also, you know, I love performing even when I'm passionate about music, you know, being a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And also one of my favorite part, which is the colors, and also what blew my mind, that, you know, when I watch you know, the festivals, and you know, between lots of, you know, every band and artists, and and I know that, you know, even you know, like famous musician who performing is what I see a huge stage. Does that make sense? And that blew that
Totally. Yeah.
That was a very, it seems like a very fun experience. And also what I love about performing, on the other hand, which is, you know, enjoying music and having fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And do you feel nervous when you're performing, or when you go out on stage and you see all the people? Because I can't imagine, like, I think I've done a few performances when I was like young in school, and just knowing that there's all these eyes out there looking, you know, it is nerve-wracking. So, you know,
Absolutely,
again,
yeah.
my hat goes off to both of you for being able to deliver those performances and get through those nervous feelings. So,
So, yeah.
we can try another one of these buttons, by the way. Oh,
The birds are in.
I'll just turn the birds off for now. But yeah, cool. Okay. So just going back to our questions, Joe, what question were we up to? We have about 25 minutes until our booking comes to an end. So we'll continue with the questions, but I want to also, you know, surprise the listeners with some talent from Sarah, particularly with her voiceover.
Oh, yes. I should have mentioned that
You're
before.
so good at it. It's
Thank you.
incredible. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, yeah, like we'll get through the questions, and then we've got a bit of a surprise. So what were we up to?
Number 6.
Right. Good job.
So, if you could play any character from any show, who would it be and why?
Oh, yeah.
Good question.
It is a good question. And I was actually thinking of an answer to this question because there are so many incredible characters out there. But I think I'm a big fan of anything to do with Disney. And so, I think it'd be really fun to play if there was a stage production of if there was a stage production of Sleeping Beauty, I would love to play Maleficent. I think she's an incredible character, and I mean there's many more that I can think of, but yeah, and I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Disney villains. Like, they're my favorites of the characters. So
Especially Maleficent. She's just,
mistress of all evil.
Yeah, apparently, but she's got such a big heart.
Oh, she does,
she just was hurt. So, I really liked the Disney movies, of the Disney Maleficent movies, for the simple fact that, like, obviously the quality is incredible, the production quality and the storyline's great, but like the fact that Maleficent was so such a kind child, friends with the woodland creatures and all of that was really beautiful. So
definitely, and I think we can all agree that Angelina Jolie, incredible. Yeah.
Incredible actress, definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so do you want to go on to the next question, Joe?
Yep. What has been your favourite line of dialogue from a production that you were part of?
Oh, okay. Well, there is one. Okay. There's quite a few that I remember. I think. I think one of the first, productions I was in, it was Alice in Wonderland themed, and I played the Queen of Hearts, and so I think one of my favourite lines ever from that production is I storm off stage and
we've got someone coming and having a look.
Okay,
are they saying anything, or are they still there? Or they walked away.
Yeah, they walked away, and I'm glad Archie didn't bark at that. In that production, in that Alice in Wonderland themed production, when I was storming off stage, I remember it was quite a few years ago now, but I remember saying like there was another character called Prince Charming, and I remember storming off stage and saying, "Charming, get over here! Charming, get over here before you catch something." That's that's always been one of the lines that's really funny memory to me. So, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Besides acting, do you have any other projects or hobbies?
Yes, I do. I'm also I also love to cosplay, which means and go out to conventions like every year, and it's that's really a lot of fun as well. So yeah.
So what was your first opportunity to work in production?
Okay, yeah. Well, it was in 2012, all the way back in 2012. The first role I ever got was the detective Sherlock Holmes, and and that was
Sherlock, you say?
Oh my God, I forgot the line.
Put you on the spot there.
You did put me on the spot, like elementary, my dear friend. Elementary.
So good.
Thank
you.
Good. Watson, yeah. Thank you. This is so much fun. I love this.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's a huge upgrade from where we were actually recording out of. So, but we all have humble beginnings. So,
Yes.
but if you saw it, but it's still nice, that the library was offering that. And it's definitely worth heading to where we are now to have this wonderful space and,
Yeah.
all of these really cool things as well. So.
Magic.
Sorry, I totally interrupted.
That's all right. That's fine. It's all
Okay,
good.
what was the next question? Or were you in the middle of answering a question? I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I think I finished my answer. So yeah.
Cool.
And last question. What are you hoping to achieve or accomplish within the next 5 years?
Ooh, that is a really good question. Maybe possibly getting an agent, or just going for bigger productions, I guess, and I'm always looking forward. I'm always looking forward to like expanding my creativity and yeah, I don't know if that's an answer to your question, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. So an agent really is something that's needed in this kind of industry, isn't it? Because they have all the connections and they're able to help, introduce you and get work and things like that. So, but the amazing thing about this day and age, even though, it's a double-edged sword really, is that social media is where a lot of young artists are breaking through. And so they're breaking through into the entertainment industry through TikTok and YouTube and, things like that. So
yeah, I can see they're everywhere on social media, and I know the technology gets better.
Yeah, definitely. It does. We're actually recording the filming of this on our iPhones. So that's my work phone and this is my personal phone, and it's amazing the quality, you know what I mean? Just with the technology that we've got accessible to us and what we can do with that, and the amount of people that we can reach as well. So, pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that was all of our questions, wasn't it? We had some more about musical theatre.
Yep.
We probably don't really have the time to ask all of those questions today. So what we might do instead is we will maybe kindly ask Sarah to grace us with some of her talents. So,
Okay.
Sarah,
Yes.
let's play a game.
Oh, okay.
And so the game is we're going to name a character in either pop culture, a cartoon character, or...
I like where this is going.
Yeah. And if you can please grace us with your talent of impersonation.
Oh, I love this. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, if you can think of
I'll try my best.
maybe a cartoon character or a movie character or something like that, and then we can ask Sarah to imitate that character, because you're a woman of many hats.
Thank you.
And I think we'll let you go first if you would like to actually do your favourite one first.
Oh, okay. So many. A few really come to mind, but I guess my favourite would be Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry, that one. It was that one. Sorry.
What?
I'm still getting used to these. I don't even know. Oh, right. That's the laughing one. Okay. They need to have a little thing that says what it is. We might need to put that there. But anyway, Gollum.
Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Are you a fan of Lord of the Rings, Joe? The movie series?
Sort of. And since when I watched that movie, I thought it was scary but interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Very interesting.
I can do another one if you like.
No, go for it. We would love to, and I'm sure the listeners will be very eager to hear the golem. So
Okay.
he is a bit scary, but
He is a little bit scary, but
take it away, Sarah.
okay. We want it, we need it, the precious.
She's so good. Oh my God, so good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, and so I've got maybe a different one. How's about someone from The Simpsons? Can you do any Simpsons
okay.
impersonations? Who's your favourite character out of The Simpsons, Joe?
One of my favorites character has to be Bart Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry to disappoint you, but I don't really have a Bart Simpson
Really?
impersonation. Yeah.
Oh, out of all, I know you know a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm really impressed by that, actually. Surprised by that.
Yeah.
Eat my shorts.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, how about,
I
no, go.
sorry, I can try one, I guess.
Sure,
go
go for it. It's all in the fun.
What is it? Let's see. Oh, what's one of my favorite lines? Oh my gosh! My mind's gone blank. I can't believe it.
That's okay.
I'm Bart Simpson, man. Who the hell are you? You know.
So good. So good.
Oh.
That was really good.
Thank you. Nowhere near the level of Nancy Cartwright, but I guess I will attribute to her. You know, she's the one that did the voice of Bart Simpson. So
And for a first try, like that was so much better than anything I could do. So
thank you.
well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
you're very talented.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
What about Homer?
Okay.
Hey, boy. You know how he calls he calls
Yeah.
Bart boy
Yeah.
in the earlier episodes specifically.
Donuts.
Mm.
Donuts. No,
Homer, are you
Donuts.
going to eat that sandwich?
no.
That's the best episode.
Yeah.
Duff Gardens.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
What, you little?
and also Homer does like woohoo.
He does, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice
Yeah.
work. Well
Yeah.
done. Nice work. He does do that a lot, doesn't he?
He
Yeah.
does, yeah. And well, I just got to do this one. Apu from the Quickie Mart. You know,
Oh, right. Yeah.
I feel it that way too. You know. Welcome. Come again.
You're so good.
Thank you.
Oh my God, so good.
Thank you very much. Come again.
What about Marge?
She's a difficult one, but
She is.
Homer. That one needs work.
Homie.
Homer. Archie, come on, buddy. Good boy.
She's probably like, where are all these people coming from?
I know. Yeah.
Who else is in this room?
Good boy. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, well, we have a few minutes left. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us?
Oh,
Oh, Archie wants
Oh.
kisses. He wants to say hi.
Archie's saying hello. Yeah.
Wow.
We're on a podcast. Archie, what are you doing, buddy? Good boy. Get down, buddy. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
There's not really anything else except thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been really a lot of fun. So thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
so welcome. And we're so glad to have you here as our first guest. And,
Thank
you know,
you.
this won't be the last time. You're always welcome on our podcast. So,
That's really sweet. Thank you.
maybe next time we'll have some games or something that we can, like, you know, like some quiz trivia type of things that we can do. And
Yeah.
we'll see where things go. But you're always welcome on our podcast. So,
That's really sweet. Thank you so much, guys.
so welcome.
Thank you.
Well,
And
yeah.
you're welcome. And I'm glad that you're coming to interview face to face.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Like it's my very first time doing one of these, and I was really nervous at the start, but I've had a lot of fun. So yeah.
Us too. Okay, well, yeah, thank you everyone for listening and tuning into our podcast in person, well, on video. It's really cool, you know, to kind of see you in person. It's cool for us to be able to work in person, like, you know, with you and film it too. So a lot of changes have been have happened since our last podcast to now, but yeah, amazing things to come. And thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for coming in today.
No problem at all. And from the bottom of mind, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks so much for listening, everyone, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.